Kukstomka kukpi. Kaswala nchinokunuk aljauna, stakala aljauna rokmin di taluten skasla. Tohtaka amas tinos mas wa aljauna tamiksha I hohomisha musqueam and staleway tooth. I want to thank you all for coming to gather today on the lands of the Coast Salish, the Squamish, the Musqueam, and the Staleway Tooth. It's a real honor, your honor, to have to listen to your words in the meaningfulness of this gathering. And I want to thank you and thank Mr. Leach. It's wonderful to be here at this ICT conference to talk to you today about First Nations languages and technology. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about my parents, my grandparents, and the old people who had never been to school in my community. And what I saw was their ability to select and use the technologies that they needed to make our lives good in our communities and in our lands. And I see the same thing happening today. We have always developed technologies and used technologies to support our well-being on our lands. The First Peoples Heritage, Language and Culture Council has long known that there is a role for technology in making our languages more accessible to First Nations learners and speakers. I remember in the 70s when we were developing the writing systems for our languages. And Her Honor, Gwen Point, was one of those people. And we sat around and we tried to figure out how we could use this thing called a typewriter to write our languages. And so we sent away to Hawaii, where there was somebody there who could saw off the letters, remember, on those IBM balls. And they soldered on our alphabets. And that's how we wrote our languages. Well, today we've taken another huge step. And I'm so proud that since 2003, First Peoples has been partnering with communities, language champions, to revitalize the 34 languages that are attached to the lands that we live on. We are pleased to be here today to demonstrate First Voices Chat, a new app that will allow Indigenous language speakers to text in their languages. Since the introduction of texting, the volume of text communication using mobile devices has rivaled the use of phone calls and emails. I think they're used more, and particularly amongst the young people. Over the past couple of years, we've received numerous requests from First Nations of all ages for tools that would allow them to use their languages in their everyday communication. We responded first with the First Voices Mobile, a tool that allows language learners to download a First Nations language from their First Voices archive onto the phone, onto the iPhone, iTouch, or iPad. The next step is First Voices Chat, an application that makes it easy for users to text each other in Facebook Chat and Google Talk, using those very same devices. In the 70s, I did not dream that this would be possible, what we're announcing today. The key for both is special keyboarding technology, which modifies the Roman keyboard so that it can generate the required special characters such as accents, strike-throughs, and underlines that we use in our languages. During app development, we recognized that almost every Roman-based language in North America could benefit from this technology. As a result, we made the decision to extend the range and accessibility of the app. By March 31st, get this, First Voices Chat will contain keypads for almost every language on the continent. And they'll be available for download on iTunes. Our work draws on meaningful partnerships with communities and developers and funders, all sharing their expertise for a common vision. The funding that we received from First Nations Technology Council and the Department of Canadian Heritage was vital to the development of this new technology. And thank you to the communities that are piloting all of the language apps, and in those that have shared their orthographies for the language chat app. As chair of the First Peoples Heritage Language and Culture Council, I'm privileged to work closely with language champions of all ages, and we have them at all ages, who represent the 34 distinct languages and the 61 dialects of British Columbia. In every one of the languages, there are language champions who have dedicated their lives to keeping our languages alive. It is their work on the ground in the communities that make these innovations in technology possible. Thank you to our community partners for all you do with very few resources. Every one of your projects and programs, some that you've seen at this conference, is making a huge difference. Thank you to your honor, the Honorable Stephen Point and her honor, Gwendolyn Point, for your support. Thank you to Tracy Herbert, the leader of this organization, the executive director, and the staff of First Peoples. It's a small group of people, I want to tell you, who also have dedicated their lives to supporting the language work in every part of this province and beyond. I must say that their work touches people around the world. And First Nations are leading this opportunity that makes it possible for every language who uses a Roman alphabet to be able to share. And so I want to thank you for your leadership. And at this time, I'd like to invite Honorable Stephen Point and her Honor Gwen Point to demonstrate the First Voices chat app. We're so pleased they agreed to demonstrate the app today in their language.